off ball. He can just do Steph Curry things and make a lot of big shots. He
Well,
doesn't necessarily have to have the ball in his hand every play.
yeah, but he likes that. They both like to have the ball in their hands. Don't you guys? You guys need a wing too.
Yeah, and RJ Barrett can play that wing. He can play a 3.
Can he? Is he? He's undersized.
He can play
He's
the
not
3.
as good as a defender.
He can play the 3. Well, yeah, that's fine. We'll find a defender somewhere.
Well, you need a wing. Your wing is your defender almost always.
Kevin Huerter can play pretty decent defense. Trae Young's defense is pretty bad.
That would be interesting to see. Just minus defensively. Like John Collins is not a great defender. Trae Young's not a good defender.
RJ's not bad on defense though. I think he's pretty good on defense. I think RJ's okay on defense.
He was all right on defense at Duke, but that doesn't transfer. Defense is the last thing that transfers.
His defense, he can work on his defense. Lloyd Pierce is a defensive specialist. We'll get a big 5 that can block shots. That'll be our defense.
Good defender in college, and we saw what that did in the NBA. DeAndre Ayton. He was a good defender in college, and he was terrible in the NBA for the first half of the season.
Was his defense that bad? I think his defense picked up. I mean, he had a really good season for the rookie year.
No, that's true. But you put him in a pick and roll. He's not great at it.
I mean, he'll get better. He'll get better. DeAndre Ayton's got time. I think he had a very good season.
But what I'm saying is, defense is the last thing to translate.
It'll get there. He doesn't have to be great from day one. He just has to get ready for June next year when we're playing in the NBA Finals.
I guess that's true.
We also got to figure out who our 5's going to be. I don't know who the 5's going to be. But I also don't think that trade's going to happen. So.
Yeah, I would doubt it. I mean, I think if you're the Knicks, it depends. If you're the Knicks and you're confident you're getting Kevin Durant, then you try to get the best player as possible.
I would like to have Kevin Durant and RJ Barrett, but yeah.
But if you're the Knicks, if you don't think you can sign a superstar, give yourself more chances. Give yourself more swings.
I agree. They're probably just looking into it. They're just talking, discussing.
Whatever they do, the Knicks are going to make the wrong move. That's the only thing I'm confident about.
I think the Knicks have been starting to make good moves recently. I think the last year and a half, the Knicks are starting to make good moves. Trading Kristaps.
They traded Kristaps. Do you think that's a good move?
Yeah, he was terrible in that locker room. He didn't want to play for New York anymore. I mean,
yeah, I guess so.
And now
because of New York. He didn't want to play for New York because of the Knicks.
And now he's getting his ass kicked in his hometown. No one likes Kristaps anymore. Everyone hates Kristaps now.
Are we anti-Kristaps right now?
I'm currently anti-Kristaps. Yes.
I'm still, the jury's out for me.
I also don't really know all the details behind the one incident with that girl, so I'm currently not really. I can't really get into Kristaps.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. If anything comes out, if anything comes out negatively about that, I'm ready to flip at the drop of a hat.
I'm already said I'm anti-Kristaps. If that happens, I'm like nuclear anti-Kristaps.
Well, I mean, I don't think you can be pro-Kristaps if that is true. I'm pro Kristaps right now. I want to see him play with, which sucks, but I wanted to see him play with Dirk and Doncic.
I want to see DSJ play in New York. I didn't even get to see DSJ play in New York, really.
I mean, he can dunk.
Yeah, that's awesome. Everyone loves dunkers. They got their Zion. And they didn't even know it. Maybe the Mavs are just 3 steps behind everybody. They just traded Zion away. They traded Trae Young away, and potentially, if the Hawks can turn it into RJ Barrett, I don't know. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, yeah, that'd be great.
Maybe Mark Cuban's losing a step. Maybe that's what we need to be talking about.
They're going to have the Rookie of the Year. I hate to break it to you. They're going to have the Rookie of the Year, and Kristaps is a great piece.
Rumors are telling me there's going to be co-Rookie of the Years.
If that happens, I'm boycotting the NBA.
Because of the Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, because that's garbage. You can't have co-something.
Everyone deserves a trophy, first off. It's a shame in the NBA that not everyone gets a trophy after the season, and it's just, there should be way more All-NBA teams. It should be like the 30th team. Everyone would be included. I don't understand why the bench doesn't get appreciated.
All-NBA 28 team.
All-NBA 28 team. I did it. I'm so proud.
Me and Kyle Korver. We're tearing it up at the guard spot.
Kyle Korver with 12 minutes per game this year has been selected. Hey, Kyle Korver's an all-star and potentially a Hall of Famer. I can't believe you would ever say something bad about that.
He's got a ring. He's got a ring.
And he's going to go down as one of the best three-point shooters of all time.
Yeah, his ring is not with the Hawks. It's with the Cavaliers.
That was the nicest thing the Hawks ever did, is trading him to a champion. And
while he was sitting on the bench.
And they almost flipped it for a first-round pick. I think it is a first-round pick eventually. I think it transfers into a first-round pick eventually.
Probably. I'm good with basketball. I've said my fair share. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I just want to say, yeah, Kyle Korver is a Hall of Famer. He was an all-star with the Hawks, and he deserved to have his number.
I don't know if I call him Hall of Famer.
One of the greatest three-point shooters of all time.
One of the greatest three-point shooters of all time. I'm not 100% positive I go Hall of Fame.
If he's the baseball, it's like being he's like one of the greatest baseball home run hitters of all time. Top 3 all time in home runs.
No, that's way different.
Threes are pretty important.
It's way different. Yeah, threes are important, but what do baseball games go up to? 8 runs if you're a good team offensively?
8 runs is a lot of runs.
That's what I'm saying. You say 5 runs. That's what, above average?
Okay, I get maybe the baseball. I'm trying to think of a better strategy.
That's 20% of their scoring. So you're saying for it to be average, if a team scores 100 points, Kyle Korver needs to score 20.
That wasn't the argument I was making. The argument I was saying is he's one of the most proficient in a very, very big piece of the NBA. And I think that's something that should be recognized. And I think the Hall of Fame might be worthy.
I think it should be recognized. I think it has been recognized.
I think the NBA Hall of Fame is one of the easier professional sports Hall of Fames to get into.
What?
I think the NBA Hall of Fame is one of the easier ones.
It is. They need to tighten it up.
So that's why Kyle Korver should lead this new age and this new charge and really, really get down and make it really official that it's an honorable Hall of Fame and they put only the best of the best in there. And we start with Kyle Korver.
Should Tony Allen be in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, greatest defender of all time. All NBA defense.
God, no.
That defense is 50% of the game.
Yeah, I know. And he couldn't play the other 50%. He couldn't play on offense. He could only.
But the thing is, Tony Allen isn't a top 3 defender of all time.
What?
Tony Allen isn't a top 3 defender all time. Kyle Korver is definitely a top 3, top 5 3-point shooter of all time.
Yeah, but his skills are replaceable. They could have theoretically, they probably could have won the NBA Finals with 85% of Kyle Korver.
I'm not putting him in for the NBA Finals championship.
I don't think he's Hall of Fame worthy. I think it's a replaceable skill. I hate to say it. It is. That's what everyone does nowadays. Not as quite as good as him, but it's not like he, you know.
Only if he would have went 90, 90, and 50. If he would have went 90, 90, and 50, he should have been in. He should still get in.
Wait, 90, 90, and 50?
90 for the free throw, 90 from what was the other 90?
It's 40, 50, 90 is the club.
Is it? No, is it? He was 50, 50, 90, I think. Oh, now I'm confused.
He was not 50, 50, 90.
I think he was at one point 50, 50 at 90. 50 from 2, 50 from 50 from 3, and then 90 from free throws. He missed it he went like 88. Or no, he was still 90 free throw, and then he went like 48 for 3 or something. It was something ridiculous that no one's done. It was definitely a 50, 50, 90.
Well, the 50, 40, 90 club is the one with like only Steph, Steve Nash, Dirk, and like Larry Bird have done it.
I think he'd be in the 50, 40, 90. I think he is in that.
He's not in the 50, 40, 90. I see it right here.
Did he miss it? How much did he miss it by? That Hawks season and the All-Star season.
I don't know.
I'll look it up on Pro Reference. You start talking about the Champions League.
He didn't even miss it by less than 1%. He missed it by more than 1%.
No way. What was the split? What was the clip?
I don't know. It doesn't say, but he's not on the list of ones that made it or missed it by 1%. So
I'm looking up his clip from that season.
Let me talk about the Champions League game, which was between. There was a game of soccer played. I know people didn't think there was.
We started our show with the soccer game being played.
Soccer. What?
We started our show with the soccer game being played, the Atlanta United game. So everyone knows there was a game played, Matt.
But so Champions League, Tottenham versus Liverpool, and 23 seconds into it's either 23 or 27 seconds, whatever it is. Handball's called. Liverpool gets a penalty. Mohamed Salah finishes it off, and then nothing proceeds to happen for about 80 minutes, and then Davrik Origi. Kind of, well, it wasn't against the run of play necessarily, but just, kind of out of nothing. It was like, the cross goes into the box. It looks like it's going to be handled. I think it was Virgil van Dijk that kind of got the back of his head on it. Origi managed to bring the ball down and put it past the keeper. So, I mean, somehow Origi is like a Champions League killer. I mean, really, he is. And I don't understand it at all because he's not that good. But
he's a winner.
Yeah, right place, right time.
He's a winner. That's what winners do.
He really, I mean, he is a super sub and I don't know. He managed to take down Barcelona. So.
All right, I know everyone's geared up for soccer, but I have the clip. He barely missed it.
Okay.
He was .898 from the free throw. 0.492 from 3. And .487 from 2. From field goal percentage.
Oh, so he missed it on the 2 and the free throw.
He missed it on all of it, but he barely missed it on all of it.
Well, it's 50, 40, 90 is the club. 40% from three-pointer.
Oh, yeah. He barely missed 50, 50, 90 is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, well, sometimes you're just not part of a very good club because you're not that great.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest of all time. It's okay. Anyway, back to soccer. Matt, did you talk about the handball? I was trying to find a stat.
I did. I think it was 27 seconds. It was either 23 or 27 seconds.
I thought it was 26 seconds. Doesn't matter. Did you think it was a handball? That was pretty clearly a handball. I thought there was people at halftime. They were saying, "Oh, that shouldn't have been a handball." I'm like, he put his arm out. What are you talking about? It shouldn't be a handball.
Yeah, it was a handball. So there is the thing where it's like. I'm actually not 100% sure on the rules. I know that if your arm is there and someone kicks it into your arm, you can say it's not a handball because you couldn't have moved your arm out of the way, like you weren't trying to impede play. But I mean, I thought it was a handball.
If your hands,
and it was definitely one of those things where it was like you kind of don't want to see it, but you can't say it wasn't because it hit his hand.
Yeah, it was definitely a handball. I mean, if you're going to throw your hand out, I guess he was directing the defense. I don't know what he was doing.
And they teach you to defend with your hands behind your back. You see people do it all the time.
At least to your side. At least put it to your side. Yeah, I know they put the hands behind the back.
If you watch defenders break down, you'll see them do that. You'll see them put their hands behind their back.
Yeah, I understand the strategy and all. I don't think that's the best strategy. I think you can still play with your hands to your side. But yeah, I know they do put the hands behind the back. My favorite part of the Champions League was the streaker.
I think that was a lot of people's favorite part because it's like, I mean...
You mean what?
That nothing else happened in the game. There were 2 goals. One was a penalty. I mean, that was probably the most exciting thing. But I was told you did some research on it. What can you tell us about it?
Okay, so the streaker, she was a female. I believe she was a female. I can't confirm that.
She was.
I can't confirm nor deny that. I know there's a lot of people out there that get really upset with genders and stuff, but I believe she was a female.
All right, staying on the good side. Okay, I respect it.
She was wearing. Can I say she?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, what's her pronoun?
I don't know. I assumed she's female, and I'm assuming the she. Now I'm really getting myself in a hole by making this. Oh, I'm putting myself in a hole. I'm just gonna keep talking.
It's alright. Keep going with it.
She was wearing a bathing suit. Vitaly Uncensored, which I believe is which I've looked up. It's an adult group. It's a prank show. The Vitaly guy, he's a huge YouTube pranker, and that was his girlfriend.
Okay.
And then Vitaly, the girl's boyfriend. Oh my God, the streaker, her boyfriend streaked in the 2014 World Cup, so he's banned from all major sporting events for this. Now she's doing it. She's trying to get clout. I think that's the whole move. Everything's about clout now.
Yeah, it is about clout these days.
Everything in the world's about clout. And Matt, I don't think we have enough clout. That's why I think we need a streak.